So I want to talk about discomfort today. I was just leading a 2-day authentic relating training, and one of my favorite parts is an exploration of our relationship with discomfort. It seems to me that it is one of the hardest things for humans to do is to feel discomfort and to choose to keep our hearts open, to choose to stay in connection with ourselves, with others, with the more than human world around us when we feel discomfort. Um, and that makes a lot of sense to me because I don't know about anybody else. I don't like feeling discomfort. Like it does what it says on the tin. It feels uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good in my body. Um, yeah, my body would largely much prefer to be relaxed and comfortable and full and all of the rest of it. So I get the inclination to want to numb out, to close off, to distract, to do anything other than feel the feelings. But the problem I've noticed is that when I do that, I close my heart. I close my heart to myself, to others, to the world, and I stop feeling. And it's not just the discomfort that I stop feeling in that moment. I stop feeling nearly everything, or at least I start to experience a kind of really like narrow version of experience. And it seems to me that like life, the interesting thing in things in life so often come with experiences of discomfort. That to really allow myself to love, to cherish what's precious to me in life, also comes with the experience of loss and grief, or at least the fear of losing the thing that I think is precious. And I can't really have one without the other. I can't experience loss without experiencing grief. I don't experience grief without experiencing love and appreciation for what I do have in the world. And so increasingly, it seems to me that my ability to stay with discomfort is my key to staying present with life. But the other thing I want to say about discomfort is that I spent a long time, I think, kind of chasing it. Ironically, as a place where I often numbed out and distracted, there was a moment of discomfort that where the sensation was significant enough that that was the place that I got to feel. And so I kind of like chased discomfort, a little bit like an adrenaline junkie, like trying to find a heightened sensation because I was so good at numbing out generally that like I needed this like level of stimulation in order to be able to feel. And ironically, what I'm noticing is that the more I'm able to be with discomfort, the less I need to make it happen, the less I need to push myself into discomfort in order to feel. So the more I'm able to be with discomfort, the more I'm enjoying a sense of ease in my life. Um, I'm finding myself taking the more easeful route in learning. So, when I won't notice those moments of resistance and like, oh, this is a challenge. And it's not that I don't push myself, of course not. But oh, there's so much nuance here, so much nuance. I'm trying to explain it using, English. Um, yeah, there's a difference, I think, between putting myself into pain in order to just feel alive than maybe this is a great way to put it. There is sufficient discomfort in my life that I do not have to make things harder for myself. I only have to turn on the news or open up a social media app to see and be witness to incredible suffering in the world. I need to be a human and navigate relationships and work to experience suffering and discomfort and loss and all of it. I do not need to make it harder for myself. I don't have to artificially create discomfort by pushing myself beyond my limits. Right? So there's something for me about how I'm attuning um, to my own limits and not blasting past them. Doesn't mean that, if in very specific ways, if I'm wanting to run faster, I might run to the edge of my zone. If I'm learning something new, I want to kind of be on the edge of my comfort zone, but I don't want to push. I want to be in that place that my colleague Rick calls the tender edge, where I am exploring what might be on the other side of my comfort zone with one foot really firmly back in safety, back in that place of resource and ease. So that my window of capacity can grow over time. So I'm jumping around all over. I feel like I'm jumping around all over the place a little bit here, because I think my relationship with discomfort is so nuanced, and like every time I play this game that we do on the foundations training, I think I learn something different about my relationship to discomfort. So I offer that to you as an inquiry. Like, next time life gets a little bit uncomfortable, notice how you respond to that. Yeah, what are your coping strategies? How do you move away from discomfort? What is your relationship to those feelings? And then what would it be like to turn towards, to get curious about, to allow your heart to stay open, even in the face of pain and suffering, to go into it more, like into the experience of it more, to see what's there, to notice, like, where is this discomfort coming from? Like, what are the stories that I have? What are the values that this is impinging on? How is this teaching me something? And again, that's not to say that we have to stay there and suffer for the sake of suffering. But I think for me, in order to find my agency, there's something I've been doing a lot of work with grief recently. And when I avoid my grief, it becomes overwhelming. Like, it kind of catches up with me and knocks me for six. Whereas when I turn towards my grief and I can be with it in calibrated, connected, like in community, in ways that feel safe enough, I'm noticing that through that discomfort, through that pain, there's something on the other side. I'm kind of coming back through the darkness into meaning and wisdom and agency. When I feel the feelings, I remind myself, oh yeah, I can't control anything particularly in life, but I do have a lot of choices. I can find my agency again. So yeah, I'm really curious to hear how this lands for you. Apologies, it's a little waffly this morning. Um, I'd love to hear what resonated for you, what started to move, where your thoughts started to take you as you were listening to me. And if you've got questions, reflections, yeah, I love being conversation about these topics. So please throw something in the comments below, and I hope to see you next time.